Ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. Thank you for tuning in. We would love to take this moment to thank all of our viewers, everyone who likes and subscribes to our videos, and thank you for being a part of the world of Anaria. Today we're here with Josh, who plays Sunny. Good afternoon, Josh. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm here. I'm doing pretty good.
All right. So let's just jump right into it. So ICEMORR.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Tell us about Sunny.
Well, he's going to have a rough time there, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah?
Sunny is a high elf, but more specifically a sun elf fighter with the intentions to go Eldritch Knight. So he'll be having a lot of those fire spells and handy to keep himself warm.
Yeah, I think you're going to need it where you're going.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about Sunny. Where does he come from? Who is he? What gave you the concept?
Well, I will start with his the inspiration for Sunny. I'm sure you've seen the Full Metal Alchemist show.
Of course.
And I'm sure you've seen Reincarnations are the slime anime.
Oh, absolutely. That one time I got reincarnated as a slime.
So imagine if Veldora and Armstrong had a baby.
My mind is floating off into places it should not be.
So, Sunny is a rather complicated character.
Okay.
He's a little bit of a contradiction.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is how he carries himself. Specifically, he kind of has this regal air about him. But he can be a little childish at times when he's off the clock or by himself. Or around friends, he might be a little mischievous.
Mischievous in terms of putting caltrops in boots, or mischievous as in misleading people?
Heartfelt pranks. Something that you could do upon him and he wouldn't get mad at. He would do the same to you, like use prestidigitation to make you smell foul. Or put a fish in your bed or something and let it stew overnight.
So nothing that actually will harm you, more so just good-hearted fun. Like things people would do in a frat house.
Exactly. Something that he himself would never take offense to.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
He's a very... what's the word I'm looking for? Outgoing person. He's very sociable. However, no one really knows anything about him. He's very quiet about himself.
Okay. And I'm assuming that there's a reason for that?
Oh, yes, there is a reason for that. It seems like he can't talk about it.
Okay. Almost like, not that this is what it is, but maybe he's wanted by another country, or he has a bounty out on him, so he's like not telling you everything that there is there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's definitely someone who's always out in the open. Hey, how you doing? I want to help you out. But if you ever try to say, hey, who are you? Where you come from? He always seems to avoid the answer. Whether it be vague or not an actual answer, like, oh, I'm from elsewhere. I came from the South. He's just very quiet about himself, but he's also a loud person.
Oh, that's good.
Let's see. He's just very... he's also, going in terms to the complication, he's a little unusual in terms of his appearance.
Okay.
He's a little taller and more bulky than your normal high elf. High elves are usually about 6 foot-ish in an area.
Yeah, somewhere in between, 5'10", 6 foot.
He's about 6'4".
That's a big boy.
And really buff.
Okay.
Uh,
And is this a look that you're going for that is indicative of him being a fighter and he has done years of rigorous training?
It appears that he does. In fact, he does have these daily rituals, training being one of them. He'll do cardio, strength training, meditations. He seems like his body is his temple. And because of that, he's a little vain. In fact, he's quite vain, with a sprinkling of a little bit of narcissism in there. He has habits to where, drawn from the Armstrong inspiration, he always seems to lose his shirt.
So we're dealing with a Fabio elf here.
Yes.
We're dealing with someone who likes to show off.
Very much so. He likes to show off, not to just impress other people, but to make himself feel better. Like, if someone were to walk in on a room, he might be flexing in a mirror to himself, thinking, oh man, I look so good right now.
I see.
He's definitely very prim and proper. And prestidigitation really helps him with that.
So tell us a little bit about where Sonny comes from.
Well, he's pretty mum about that. Whenever he asks, where do you come from? He says, oh, I came from the south, from here. Again, I come from elsewhere, not around from here. Oh, the name of it just escapes me.
Mm-hmm. You tend to omit a lot of information.
He does.
You know that's going to draw attention from the rest of your party, right?
Perhaps.
Well, you did spend 6 months in the Zoram College preparing for your trip to ICEMORR, so I'm assuming there's been some questions and already had their eyebrows raised at you, so I guess we'll see at the table what the result of that is.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about what your goals are for ICEMORR. Why are you going to ICEMORR?
Exploration. One of the things he does talk about is that he loves to explore. He wants to go to new places. He wants to see everything as much as he can. He often spends his nights in the library looking up many kinds of books, mostly on history, culture, sometimes magic even. Any kind of subject you could just pick off a wall or pick off from the shelf and read it. He'll spend all night reading that book.
Okay. So he likes to learn and he likes to delve into other cultures.
Mm-hmm. He really likes interesting people.
Oh, that's really cool. Well, so with you being a little hush-hush about where you come from and a little bit about your past, is there anything you can tell our viewers about Sonny that might shed a little bit of maybe a hint as to what might be going on behind Sonny's curtain?
Well, he didn't speak common when he first got to town. He had
When he first arrived in Zor?
Yep, he had to teach himself common.
How did he go about doing that?
Well, he had access to a wonderful little spell called Comprehend Languages. One of the first actions he did was he went to the library and used the spell to translate the words. It took him a little bit. He definitely has a little bit of a Arnold Schwarzenegger accent that he might be the incorrect word or have a little extra oomph to it.
Okay.
But he did teach himself the language of common.
I mean, it's impressive for anyone to teach themselves a language with or without the aid of magic. I mean, here in 2022, we have Rosetta Stone and things like that, but I couldn't imagine learning a language by yourself. That's crazy. Oh, and by the way, just for those of you that's concerned, we have no affiliation. We are not sponsored by Rosetta Stone at all. Just throwing that out there because it's what jumped in my mind. So moving on to a couple other questions. What exactly do you think Sonny is prepared for ICEMORR? Do you think... I get the feeling he didn't really know what he was signing up for until it was too late.
So the thing about that is I don't think he. I think you're right. I don't think he actually knew exactly where he was going. He saw the name ICEMORR. It's like, that's probably the name of the person who discovered it. Not really clicking ice. So he signed up, he accepted, and I don't think he's going to realize until he actually gets there. And that's going to be hilarious.
So, with you guys starting off 6 months ago in Zoram Prime, the capital of the city, the Guild City, you guys attended one of the most prestigious colleges and guilds that anyone can go to, because you guys kind of jumped to the front of the line because the Emperor's son, the Crown Prince, is funding this whole mission. So you guys kind of had some shortcuts. And then you guys were together for about 6 months. You guys were in close proximity. They kept you guys hush-hush. And only a couple of professors really knew about you guys. During that time, is there any one of your companions that stands out as, oh, they might be trouble? They might give me cause to rethink this mission? Or maybe a friend you made?
I think we're going to have a very interesting relationship with the Nocturne character.
That's being played by Rob Nocturne. He is a court jester. Very interesting. For those of you that follow us on Discord, there is a room specifically dedicated to the verses of Nocturne, and it is actually hilarious, some of the things he says in there. I can't wait to watch him hit somebody with a verse like that, just out of the blue. Being on live stream, the camera is going to be able to capture everyone's reaction right away. It's not like we can read it online and then we can react and then go, "Oh, well, that sounded really cool." No, it's going to capture it right away. I'm not going to be. I might be a good DM, but I can't hide my emotions from time to time, so it should be interesting. So you think your problems are going to come from Nocturne, huh?
Yes, because as I mentioned before, Sonny can be a little mischievous. For those who know elves biology, he appears to be an adult. But the one little nugget that he has given to people, like, how old are you? I'm 100.
So you're a high elf, an Eladrin, that's 100 years old.
Yes, he is very young.
Isn't that still in their adolescence?
Yes.
Ooh, boy.
So Sonny tries to put on the regal, serious, I'm on duty, so I'm going to have a proper stance. I'm going to talk with respect. But he does have that childish side to him, and I think with Nocturne being a jester, I feel like they have probably had several prank wars with either themselves or teaming up and pranking someone else. Hunter. But
I think you guys are either going to get together and have a relationship very similar to oil and water, or peanut butter and jelly. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go, but I'm very interested to see what happens. Yes. I do know that Balaam comes across as a kind of character where if you prank him, he's going to take it seriously because, he's got that very serious demeanor.
With Balaam, I do think he's going to have that's my boss. I will show him respect. He'll be very cordial with Balaam. But with Nocturne, I feel like, okay,
the gloves are off.
This is a frat house now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with you. I would avoid pranking Balaam. He seems like he might inflict capital punishment for that, especially if he gets embarrassed, publicly or whatever. But
Sonny's pretty good at reading people in terms of what I can and can't do. About 90% of the time, he is the I must be a good boy. I must behave myself. But damn, that's so funny. I want to do it.
All right. Well, let's. So I have some questions that some people have been asking since I started informing everyone about the stream going live. accumulation of some questions that we've got both from Discord, from YouTube, and from our other streaming platforms. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit you with a couple of them. Take your time when you answer them. Don't feel obligated to answer right away. So first question is going to be coming from Tom Allens. The question is, when Sonny arrives at ICEMORR, I have the feeling that he's going to be the first one to get frostbite because he sounds like he's some form of I'm not repeating that word.
I'll just use my imagination.
So yeah, I think they're alluding to the fact that you're used to being in warm places, so you're gonna.
It is most definitely going to be probably not a culture shock, but it will definitely be a shock when those temperatures start dipping. I do think he's going to still give it a try because exploration. This is stuff I've never been before, but damn it sucks here.
Yeah.
He will try to keep his sunny disposition, though.
I see what you did there. That's clever. So the next one is from Crystal, and she asks, is Sunny going to be a kind of character that is based off of Nordic culture? Because I see you're wearing a Thor's hammer, and you also have the gauntlets that he has to wear in order to wield it.
So this is something that a friend gave me for Christmas. I do have Norwegian ancestry, so I was pretty touched when he gave this to me, so that's why I wear it. Sunny is not of a Nordic inspiration. He is, in fact, two really silly characters from anime.
Fair enough. Next question is from Touching the Square Button is their name. That's a very interesting name. Anyway, they ask, it's very similar to the question that was just asked a minute ago. If you are planning to be Nordic when you play Sunny, are you going to wear props, whether or not you're Nordic or not?
I wish I could. If I had the money, I'd definitely dress up every session. But unfortunately, I can't. I'll probably be wearing the typical D&D shirt. Maybe I'll wear this probably not every time, but we are in North Dakota. It's really cold. Might wear a Hawaiian shirt every once in a while.
It is pretty cold. -6 outside right now, and it's like 3 o'clock.
A few days ago at work, it was -41 with the wind chill, and I had to work during that, and it was not fun.
Nope. Okay, moving on to the next question. This question comes from one of our Discord viewers. They ask, so Josh, I noticed that you mention frequently on Discord that you are a security guard.
Mm-hmm.
Do you plan on placing that type of a lifestyle onto your character when you play Sunny?
If he is given the duty of, hey, we're putting you on security, if you are either watching the walls or I'm watching a person, that will definitely play a part in that because I've worked security for 9 years. I definitely have that, not ideology, but that training built into me, so I probably would do that. A previous character, my first character I played with you, Ron, he was a security type character.
Yeah, he was. He was, in fact.
So it really depends on what Balam wants Sunny to do. I can easily see him do security work. I could easily see him do, hey, I'm going to have you do patrols. And if that's the case, Sunny will take his job seriously, and that's what he'll do.
Awesome. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank our men and women who do protect us, who do jobs that do not pay the best, but still do it because they feel like they're doing something that helps others and protects others. So shout out to you guys, and thank you so much for being that kind of person. So I have one final question. That question comes from... I think I'm going to go with Rapture 1. The question is, Josh, I was wondering while I was watching the video if you are planning on playing with more of a demeanor of Veldora, or if you were going to play more of the demeanor of the slime.
Oh, you mean Armstrong? Oh.
No, they said slime.
Slime. No, personality-wise, I would probably say more Armstrong of the I'm serious when I'm on duty, but he has those funny moments, especially him taking off his shirt. So he probably won't be doing that very much, but yeah. Out of the two, I would say Armstrong is definitely the bigger pull between them.
I think what they were asking is, you know how Rimuru has that very playful when he's around people he likes. He kind of relaxes.
Oh, right.
Kind of jokes around. It's a little more playful. I think that's what they're trying to ask.
Probably more of Rimuru when he's with people that he totally trusts. Once he's gotten to know the party a little bit better, I think he'll probably open up a little bit more. It just really depends on who he's with, whether or not he's comfortable letting people see who he truly is.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Is there anything that you would like to throw out about Sunny or about yourself that you would like the viewers to know before we wrap up?
Well, I believe me and Sunny share the chaotic alignment, so expect some shenanigans.
Shenanigans will ensue. I've been gaming with this group for a few years now, and I will say there have been some left field shenanigans for sure. Some scrambunctious. Yeah, it's crazy, some of the stuff you guys come up with. I wanted to take this time to do a special shout out to all of Anaria's old guard. All of the players that's been with me since 1992 and on. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for helping me develop my world and for becoming impactful characters in Anaria. And thank you to our viewers for watching this video and liking and subscribing. It means a lot to us. We're trying to get our gaming experience out there, and I know we won't be as big as some of the other broadcasters, but we're going to be doing our own thing, and we just love sharing what we've become over the years. And with that, unless you have anything else, I think we're going to call the interview done for now, and we will be interviewing a few other people later this week to round out before we do session 0. Thank you again for coming, Josh. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing Sunny at the table.
So do I. It's going to be a very, very interesting campaign.
I'm very excited to see it myself. Well, thank you guys, and we will see you next time.